So you've written up your app and you've checked its correctness by using the debugging tools. You probably want to know how well your application is actually using the GPU, so how long it takes to do GPU calculations. And for that, you need the profiling and tracing capabilities that Nsight provides. And the situation with the toolkit on Windows is actually a bit strange because by default, you get both a separate profiler application that's based on Eclipse, as well as a profiler that's built into Visual Studio, but I suggest we stick to the inbuilt one for now. So here's what we can do. If we go into Nsight and go into Start Performance Analysis, we'll actually get several options for the kind of things that we can do. And we can either trace the application using events, and we'll talk about events a bit later, or we can profile the application. And you'll notice that both of these options, they exist just for the application and also for the whole process tree. So if I choose Profile CUDA application here, essentially this will still launch the application on a separate machine, but it will collect some data about the application's use of the GPU and it will get that data back to me. So let's actually press the launch button and see how it goes. Now, since the app exited by itself, the profiler stopped as well and gave us this strange looking report. Now, what the profiler does is collect information about kernel launches. And a kernel, as you may have guessed, is a program that executes on the GPU. And in CUDA-C, it looks just like a function. We've already seen one here, this little bit. So anyways, if we go into launches here, we'll see that the add kernel took just 2 microseconds to execute. And there is plenty of info here about the conditions of the launch, but one thing you should be particularly interested in is this value, occupancy. Now this parameter basically tells you how efficiently you've been using the GPU for this kernel call. And we just used the GPU to add 5 pairs of numbers, so our occupancy is correspondingly low at just 3%. You really want it as high as possible. As you can see, the profiling tools are fairly intuitive and we'll be coming back to use them in the later modules.